The phenomenon surrounding the Brick Lady garnered widespread attention, largely amplified by the contributions of individuals on social media whose expertise on the matter may not have been substantial. This incident highlights how the accessibility of digital platforms enables a broad spectrum of voices to partake in discourse, sometimes including those who may lack the relevant qualifications or understanding of the situation. As a result, the Brick Lady became a focal point for commentary from a wide array of participants, reflecting the diverse nature of public opinion online.
We don't know which one of you quote-unquote nice guys isn't above picking up a brick and hitting a woman because she wouldn't give you her number. Should've just gave him your number. That's why you have to always give men your number. Why do we have to do that? These strong alpha males with these super fragile egos, why do we have to pretend that we like you to survive?
When new information conflicts with existing beliefs, values, or perceptions, it can create discomfort known as cognitive dissonance. To reduce this discomfort, individuals might reject the truth instead of reconciling it with their current understanding.
I've seen countless people say that Roe made this entire thing up. I've seen people call it a hoax. I've seen people say that she never filed a police report. I've even seen people say that a nurse risked her entire career to let the internet know that Roe had lied about the incident, when in reality, none of those false claims are true. Roe didn't scam anyone. Roe didn't lie. Her GoFundMe was even frozen. She has received no money from her GoFundMe. Meanwhile, the liars and the attackers sat on live, made video after video, profiting and gaining clout off of Roe's anguish.
The incident involving the woman who reported being struck by a brick, yet showed no visible injuries, sparked significant discussion. Common sense and general knowledge about the impact of hard objects like bricks suggest that such an encounter would typically result in broken skin and bleeding. This discrepancy led to skepticism and critique from the public. It underscores the importance of critical listening and observation when engaging with such claims. Furthermore, it's crucial to gather all relevant facts before forming an opinion, especially in situations involving accusations or potential harm. The rush to judgment against this woman, without a full understanding of the circumstances, highlights a broader issue of how quickly narratives can form and spread, sometimes at the expense of truth and fairness.
Alright, so this past week I had to call the police on a black man. This man has asked me out several times, and I have declined him each and every time. So imagine my surprise when I get a notification that motion has been detected at my front door.
People tend to favor information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs or biases. Truths that challenge these beliefs are often met with resistance because they require individuals to reassess and possibly change their viewpoints, which can be an uncomfortable process.
They find a way to blame the woman for getting hurt, and they peddle this idea that you need a man to protect you from the scary men that are out there, even though those said men are afraid of the scary men, while neglecting to tell you that if you piss off your protector man enough, or if you decide to reject your protector man, he then becomes the man that you need protecting against. And it is a constant cycle. Yeah, not all men. And every Caucasian didn't own slaves. Be for real.
What does the historical context of slavery have to do with the recent incident involving the woman who claimed to have been hit with a brick? Her actions, which include fabricating the story to launch a fundraising campaign, are now leading to serious legal consequences, including potential felony charges. The leap from one topic to another is perplexing, and this situation underscores the complexities and sometimes irrational nature of discussions on the internet. I can't with the internet.
News Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my fucking face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. Y'all see that shit?
She told the detective that responded that she was hit in the head with a brick after she refused to give her phone number to a guy on the street.
And was that verified by any of the evidence that detectives looked at?
No, that was not verified.
Harris County prosecutor Keith Houston says surveillance videos from that early September morning show Osmond hitting a man first.
So she's the one she was the aggressor?
She was the aggressor, yes.
And it was a water bottle that hit her, not a brick?
He did have a water bottle in his hand, and we think that's what left the mark.
According to court documents, she asked someone else to launch this GoFundMe for her recovery, raising more than $42,000. But as the story went viral, a blogger on TikTok called police, alerting them to this 2020 GoFundMe, which claimed a vicious assault by a security guard in Minneapolis.
Detective Thornton verified with Minneapolis police that there was no assault done at that time. It was completely fictional.
Prosecutors allege theft by deception and believe she would have received all that money had the campaign not been shut down.
The violence that I have suffered since September 3rd is just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here. They try to leave me for dead.
In an Instagram story posted Wednesday, Osmond addressed those who have doubted her.
I actually have things going on in my life. I actually have real ways to make money. I don't have to get a GoFundMe for money. I actually can earn income because I'm actually educated and I actually am talented.
And tonight, a spokesperson for GoFundMe telling KPRC2 GoFundMe has zero tolerance for the misuse of our platform. The fundraiser has been removed from the platform. All donors have been refunded, and Rhoda Osmond has been banned from using the platform for any future fundraisers.
I'm like, how dare y'all come at this black woman and y'all don't even have the facts? And let's say, hypothetically speaking, everything was lied, that they think is a scammer.
Yeah, black people, we love scamming. We talk about scamming all the time. Since when do we have a problem with scamming? I want black people to scam. They scammed us. And that's why I always lie to the people of the global minority and men.
It's a damn shame. It's evident that life has been kicking the brick lady's ass. Just look at her. So I guess making up stories and scamming people is her only way out.
So a few people have messaged me about the whole brick lady situation and how she got arrested for the fraud and this and that. Well, first off, it's saying that she's being accused. It doesn't actually say that she's guilty, which means she could still go to trial. And if a jury finds her story believable enough, then she's innocent. Now, second off, I still believe the story.
You what?
Do I believe it happened to her? Don't know. I did at first, but I still wholeheartedly believe that as a woman, you could be minding your own business and a man will ask you for your number. And when you tell him no, he'll get aggressive enough and hit you upside the head with the brick. I wholeheartedly believe that. And let's not even act like this story didn't expose a lot of you niggas. A lot of you niggas really exposed yourselves and let us know that you are a pussy unless you getting some pussy. In other words, that you would be perfectly fine when watching a man beat a woman's ass as long as you're not smashing that woman. And then this is the choices. These are the men that y'all want us to pick that say they're going to provide and protect. But when you're given the opportunity to provide and protect, or even tell us that you would provide and protect, you let us know that if you ain't getting no coochie, you ain't doing nothing.
That's a lie. Some dude would have came over there on the Captain Save a Hoe and attempt to save her. Because first of all, for a man to hit you with a brick, that motherfucker is crazy. Who would even want the jail time when there is cameras everywhere? So when you hear stories like this, the lame opportunist is going to always fall for them stories about black men and put us more in danger.
Rather than rallying behind her, rather than trying to find this man, rather than going out of our way and marching and protesting in the area where it happened, we're trying to justify the reason for why women should be hit or violated based on their attitudes in the past or the ways in which they speak about or to other people. So don't be upset at the black women that are on the internet calling you out and saying that black men are the weakest link when things like this happen, because we're seeing in real time, once again, that when black women need justice and when black women actually need protection, or when women in general need protection, you all are usually nowhere to be found.
That's a bold assertion statement to lump all men together, suggesting they wouldn't prioritize protecting the women in their lives. First and foremost, men often need to evaluate the circumstances and decide if it's safe to step in. Notably, one of the riskiest scenarios for law enforcement is responding to domestic disturbances, highlighting the potential danger of intervening in such situations. That could cost someone their life.
I ain't a Gemini,
am at a loss for words. I mean, if we can believe those aliens that they found that literally look like a pottery project some 6th graders did, I believe that people believe in Santa Claus more than they believe this woman, and I need that to be studied. Like, I need that to be studied, because this is crazy.
What does being a Gemini have to do with the situation? And I'm a Libra. Understanding your astrological sign won't enable you to evaluate this scenario logically and analytically. Depending on horoscopes tends to prioritize emotional responses over reasoned analysis. I do want to highlight and thank the ladies for questioning the Brick Lady scammer and defended men, especially black men, in the process. Thank you.
So the news just broke that Rhoda Osmond, the lady known as Brick Lady, who got hit in the face around September and claimed that, it was a lot of black men standing around, nobody did anything, getting charged with a felony for theft by deception. She made the entire story up about her being randomly assaulted. Nobody else could document the assault. The friends that were with her all of a sudden disappeared. Long story short, she claimed she was hit by an Uber driver, where initially she said the guy was trying to talk to her and, he was expressing romantic interest. Turns out, she said, it was an Uber driver and he was trying to kidnap her and other women, and she believed that he was invested into human trafficking. This lady conjured up well over $42,000, and this is from regular, everyday, average Americans who are easily swayed by emotional stories. Okay, I completely understand this, but
accepting the truth, especially when it contradicts one's beliefs or requires significant changes in thought or behavior, can be daunting. The potential implications of accepting a new truth may involve altering one's way of life, identity, or relationships, which can be intimidating and lead to resistance.
Have y'all noticed that online, people would rather hang on to the lie than the truth? And anyone who tries to come forward and expose something as a lie, people would automatically attack them. Like the Brick Lady situation. So that whole situation, it just came out that it turned out to be false. And some of our favorite content creators who in the beginning smelled something fishy about the story were talking about it. They were getting just derailed, like, oh, you don't support black women, blah, 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 blah. But then this comes out, right? Instead of apologizing, people are still attacking the content creators. They're like, oh, why would you want to, bring this out? Why would you want to, talk about this? But it's like because she was lying and she was tugging on the heartstrings of black women to lie, create a GoFundMe and take people's money over a lie. And it was investigated that it was a lie, and then she's getting in trouble for it. And people still want to hang on to the lie. What is that?
The truth can sometimes threaten an individual's sense of self-worth or identity. If a truth reveals flaws or mistakes, it can lead to feelings of vulnerability, shame, or inadequacy, prompting people to deny or hate the truth rather than confront these uncomfortable feelings. We all need to do this. Think before you speak, emphasizing the necessity of gathering complete information and understanding the full story before forming an opinions and expressing judgments on the internet, alongside the importance of offering sincere apologies when discovering one's initial assessments were incorrect. So remember to reflect before you react. In today's digital age, the sheer volume of information and the prevalence of misinformation can make it challenging to discern what is true. This overload can lead to skepticism or cynicism, making people wary of accepting truths, especially if they contradict widely circulated falsehoods. Understanding and addressing these underlying reasons requires empathy, patience, and open-mindedness. Encouraging critical thinking, fostering environments where questioning and learning are valued, and modeling openness to changing one's mind can help individuals become more receptive to the truth.
It's okay. Why don't you just throw your whole fucking head away, Natasha? I'm sick and tired of looking at you, bitch. Throw the whole head in the fucking trash, bitch. It don't make no fucking sense, girl. You fucking brick. That is a brick. Herman the Monster looking ass bitch.